Now to the business of the event. Folks, following careful consideration, informed by a range of conversations and discussions across a wide spectrum, and based on a personal decision to accept a new career opportunity with the Victorian public service sector, I've decided to resign as a councillor from the City of Wodonga. The new regional Victorian public service management position will be required to work across the whole of the Hume region and will encompass all 12 local government areas within both the Goulburn Valley and the Ovens-Murray sub-regions. Working with a range of regional stakeholders, including importantly and working very closely with each of the 12 local government areas or councils individually. The role is a great opportunity to continue input into the growth and development and prosperity of the region and builds on the experience that I've gained over my professional career and my time on council with the City of Wodonga. After serving 8 years as a councillor, 5 of these as mayor, and performing leadership roles at the state level with regional cities as chair from 2010 to 13, during which time we saw, and this is very important for the City of Wodonga, the policy acknowledgement of the role of regional cities in particular in the growth agenda of the state, and also the contribution that regional cities make to the state's economy, as well as the concept and introduction of the state of cities concept. Also, over my time as a councillor, I've been fortunate to lead the establishment of the Regional Capitals Australia Alliance, a national body of regional centres from across the nation, contributing significantly to the national policy setting for regional cities in their own right. More locally, chairing the Hume Regional RDA Committee and representing rural and regional communities through local councils with the Municipal Association of Victoria as their regional representative and a board member have been highly regarded achievements in my mind. For the community of our great city, Wodonga, I've treated the role of councillor and mayor as an absolute privilege and honour to perform on behalf of the community and the city. And I like to believe I've made a significant individual contribution to the overall growth, development and the future of the city and its vision to achieve the status of an exciting, livable regional city, supporting our community in the highest order. The changes in our city and our community and the region that the region has witnessed during my time as councillor since 2008 are in my mind extraordinary and unprecedented, and have advanced the city in its growth and development agenda beyond most people's expectations. Who would have thought that only 6 years ago, 2010, we witnessed the last train go through the city, and look what we've achieved since that time. A combination of critical growth and livability infrastructure, both community-based and economic-based, across all facets of the city, whilst maintaining one of the most attractive and livable community environments for its residents and its community. Some of those projects I believe worthy of mention, mainly because they are game changers for our city, I believe, and the region more broadly, have included the development of this very facility we're in now, as well as Waves, the commencement and development of Wodonga's central heart, and around the whole central business area, including Junction Place, continued development of the Bonevilla migrant experience as a major visitor attraction for the region, excuse me. A myriad of critical road infrastructure projects, major private investments including Huon Hill and Quest, and the important additional activation and investment at the Logic Hub, including the completion of the service centre and more recently the FCT intermodal project. I can recall with the CEO, wherever she is, our first conversations with FCT in Adelaide and trying to sell the Logic concept and the opportunities and benefits that would flow to their company by relocating into Logic, and here we are. They're in the space and heavily into the construction mode. Wodonga's neighbourhoods and sporting facilities have been significantly developed, and the planning in place for their growth is beyond most people's belief, including Barranduda Fields, which has been driven by a number of my councillor colleagues, and the list continues and is quite extensive. In addition to, for our city, we are witnessing unprecedented residential and ongoing population growth that has seen Wodonga continuously ranked as a leading city in the state in this regard, and has seen the city's residential offer expand at all points of the compass. Further, the city's strategic planning now stretches well into the future and establishes a future where generations to come will enjoy the DNA of Wodonga has to offer as a livable, vibrant regional centre. None of this has been done alone, and the advocacy required by council with both state and federal governments has been an element during my time as a councillor, more particularly in the mayoral role, for which I'm extremely proud. We can be justifiably proud of how our city is developing and advancing as a regional city, and the consequence of our relationships with other levels of government. These relationships will be critical in the future. Working in local government is both exciting and challenging, and I'm sure Mayor will agree in that regard. To perform well, the workload is intense, the public scrutiny and commentary must be managed and understood, the business of council, the governance of council and the planning of council must be managed for today and tomorrow, and the relationships are complex at all levels. But the rewards are outstanding. To contribute as an elected representative to the growth and sustainability of a city like Wodonga, to contribute to the growth and well-being of a community like Wodonga, a complex and diverse community, is a privilege few people get to experience. It is indeed special, it is rewarding beyond belief, and for my time it's been made more special because at Wodonga we are building a new city. Leading communities through times of significant change, often with an eye on the intergenerational planning for the future, is not easy, but it is an honour and it is rewarding, and I like to believe I've done my utmost to contribute to Wodonga's future. If I have one major regret, it is that I didn't push hard enough in developing the relationship nor the collaborative opportunity with the City of Auburn and the surrounding councils for that matter. Whilst we did move forward on some fronts, I think I could have done more and I think we could have achieved more, and I like to believe these relationships will become more important into the future. Of course, as a councillor, while elected by the people, nothing is achieved alone. I'd like to take the opportunity to pass on my sincere appreciation and thanks to my councillor colleagues over the 8 years, and the current mayor's been on that journey with me for that 8 years. Whilst not always agreeing and in alignment on issues, I like to think that we always had the community and the city at the centre of our focus, our thinking and our actions. I'd also like to pass on my personal gratitude to the Council CEO and the executive team and the complete council team for the opportunity to work with them all over the time as a councillor and as mayor for the city. Your commitment, your passion for our city is beyond question. To our community and my supporters particularly, who elected me in 2008 and again in 2012, I would also like to take the opportunity to pass on my sincerest of thanks and gratitude for your faith and ongoing support. It's been an honour and a privilege to represent the city and its people as both a councillor and mayor, and I thank you for that. In my experience as role of councillor in local government, it is truly an esteemed and honourable role in the structure of government across the nation, often referred to as the closest level of government to its people. And individuals who have had the great privilege of being elected by their community members to serve and improve their community should be grateful and honoured by the opportunity. My partner has been much more than my rock, enduring more than anyone's partner deserves or should have to put up with, from excessively busy workloads and 24/7 schedules, all the way to putting up with my intense personal ridicule and criticism. Her support, my family's support, has never and can never be repaid, but is deeply and graciously received. Whilst this decision comes with great personal regret, I believe it is prudent, professional and an appropriate decision as I embark on a new regional role within state government. It has been my absolute privilege to serve the community of Wodonga as a councillor, and in my new role I look forward to continuing my contribution to Wodonga, the Greater Hume region and rural and regional growth and development across the state of Victoria. One of the benefits of being in local government is that you are fortunate to have the opportunity to develop some fantastic relationships both at the local level and of course at the state level and across the nation and within the community. Throughout this region and throughout this nation I've developed some great relationships. I'm very privileged and I'll treasure those relationships always. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's been an honour and it's been a fantastic journey. Thank you.